Hello. Hi. Hello. Okay, it's 7. Okay, I'm gonna start. Hi. How is everybody? Hi. Yes, today have. Yeah, today have. Okay. Hi. Yeah. Yeah, today have. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna start, okay, because it's 7. All right, today we'll be going through P4 science already. Okay, and just to let y'all know, okay, we actually have P4 and P5 webinars going on, okay, online, okay, during the PSLE marking days, which is on the 13th to the 15th of October. Okay, Ken, I'll be conducting the P4 webinar. Hi. Hello, don't bluff me, capybara lover. I see. Hey, how is the science papers today? Yes, congratulations. PSLE is finally over for some of you. But hey, hello, I'm supposed to be talking about P4 science. Yeah, not supposed to be talking about PSLE any for this live. Some of you, right? Some of you will have your higher mother tongue tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna start. All right. So, okay. Okay, everybody. So I'll be doing the P4 revision. Okay, so I think some of you are actually not P4, you are P5 and P6 respectively. Who is actually P4? No, is it? I think a lot of you are actually I think a lot of you. Oh, hello sushi monster. Yeah. Okay, so I'll be going through the questions, all right? So let's look at question 1. All right. So for question 1, okay, because the question is really big, it's a flowchart question. Okay, I'm gonna show you the top part first. Okay, so you are supposed to study the flowchart below. All right. And which of the following plants best represents a fern? Okay, so what do you know? Hey, capybara lover, you don't bluff me. Hey, wait. Tell me what is a fern first? Fern is what groups? What group does it belong to? Y'all are definitely not P4. Some of you. Okay. Uh, Fern is a non-flowering plant. Yes, it's a plant. Yes, sushi monster. Okay, yes, it is a plant, but it is, to be more specific, it is a non-flowering plant. Okay, it's a non-flowering plant. Hi, Belinda. Hi, Belinda. You are not P4. Okay. Hey, a lot of non-P4s here. Hi. Yes, very good, Yuhao. Okay, Yuhao, you're not P4, right? And okay, so the moment you see, okay, so always when it comes to flowchart, always start from the header of the flowchart. Okay, so header, they're all living things. Okay, the moment you see, does it have green leaves? And if it's a no, okay, yeah, PSLE is over. That's why this is P4. This is not P6. Hello. You see the header. I can't talk here. P4 science revision, not P6. Okay, so over here, what happens is that, hey, yeah, Sushi Monster, good, you're P4, right? But most of them are not P4 actually, because I seen them in the P6 science TikTok live. Okay, so the moment you see no, it is not green leaves, what should it be? Not green leaf. Don't have green leaves means it is a what? What group of living things do you think they can belong to? Hello. Does anyone know what group of living things does it belongs to? It could be a fungi. Yes, possible. It could be a fungi. Anymore? It could be an insect. Okay, okay, okay. But we make a more general like term. Okay, which group of living thing? Living thing. There's only four groups, right? Which is plants, animals, fungi, and bacteria. So if it doesn't have green leaves, means it is yes, it is your either your animals, your fungi, or your bacteria, right? The one with green leaves would be your plants. Okay, so very good. So let's write this one down. Okay, so doesn't have green leaf. Okay, have green leaf is the plants group. Okay, if it doesn't have green leaves, okay, there are many possibilities. Okay, it could be animal, it could be fungi, it could be bacteria. Okay, we all right. So yes, there's a lot of possibilities, right? So now under plants, the moment you see if it doesn't reproduce from seeds, means that they reproduce from what? If it doesn't reproduce from seeds, means it reproduce from what? Yes. Okay, if it doesn't reproduce from seeds, means it reproduce from spores. All right. So if it reproduce from spores, it also indicates that it is a non-flowering plant because non-flowering plant reproduce from spores. Okay. Yes. Hello. All right. Yes, this is P4. So your answer for this is supposed to be R. It is supposed to be number 2. Okay. The moment it reproduce from seeds and it bears flowers means it is a flower. It's definitely a flowering plant. Okay. Hi. Oh, that's good. If PSLE is surprisingly easy, that's good for y'all. Hope that y'all don't make careless mistakes, but I heard that the MCQs can be a little bit tricky. Okay, everyone, okay? Yes, very good. The answer is 3. No, 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 not 3. 3, right? Does it bears flowers or not, right? Okay, 3 3 could be a young flowering plant that haven't have flowers yet, which is your S. Okay, but definitely it is already a flowering plant if it reproduces from seeds. So the answer is supposed to be number 4. This one could be a young one, young plant, young flowering plant. Okay, this one is an adult flowering plant. Okay, okay. All right, so good. I'm gonna move on. Okay, so let's look at question 2. All right, okay, okay. Okay, for question 2, what happened is that they said that the diagram below shows the life cycle of living thing P. All right, and they said that the time taken from one stage to another stage is represented by X, Y, and Z. Okay, so X, Y, Z right over here. Okay, so basically, all right, which of the statements is true or are true? Okay, there could be more than one. Okay, so basically, always remember, okay, if you were to look carefully, look at the names of the stages. Okay, egg to young to adult. Okay, we know that this has a how many stage life cycle? How many stage life cycle do you think this is? Okay, we know that it has a 3-stage life cycle, right? Because egg, young, adult. Okay, so if it is okay, you see, if it is egg, young, and adult, okay, what other information does it tells me? Okay, so take note, you must only choose a statement that is true, okay, when that is shown in the diagram. That's something that you can see from the diagram. Okay, so based on this, by looking at this diagram, okay, does it tell me whether this animal lives on land or not? Hello. Hey, that's good, Winwa. I hope that you all do well, okay? Those of you who took your PSLE already. Okay, yes, we don't know. Very good, Sushi Monster. We don't know that P lives on land or not. It is not shown in this diagram. Okay, so take note. Anything that is not shown, this is not shown, I cannot choose this. Okay, then what about, yes, very good. No, very good. Then what about B? The young of P resembles the adult. Is it guaranteed? that they definitely will resemble the adult just by looking at the diagram there. Think carefully. Okay, you must be thinking, right? Yes. Okay, most three-stage life cycles, the young resemble the adult. Yes, most. But is it all? There is actually one special one that you all have learned that the young doesn't resemble the adult. Not definitely. Doesn't mean three-stage means must resemble the adult. Doesn't mean that. Because there's actually one organism, there's a three-stage life cycle. Hey, butterfly, no, butterfly four-stage, okay? There's one organism that you all should know, okay, is in your textbook, okay, that has three-stage life cycle, but the young doesn't look like the adult. Do you all know what organism it is? Yes, there is Kahoot. Mosquito also four-stage. No, I'm talking about three-stage life cycle here. There is one three-stage life cycle organism that doesn't look like the adult. Yes, which is the frog. Okay, so we cannot guarantee that these young resemble the adult. Okay, because the frog also have a three-stage life cycle, and the young doesn't resemble the adult. The young is a tadpole. Okay, it doesn't look like the adult. Very good. Okay, so for this, oh, you themselves fly not tested in PSLE even. Okay, so over here, take note, this is not sure, not guaranteed, not possible to tell. Okay, not possible to tell. Why not possible to tell? Okay, because, all right, frog does not resemble the adult. And we don't know what organism this is. Okay, frog young does not resemble the adult. Okay, can? All right, everyone, okay? Okay, so now, based on this, is C correct? D we already know is wrong. So Y represents a longer time. Did this life cycle tells you a time? Yes, a lot of you got it correct, but some of you not. I know some of you are not P4 actually. Okay, understand? He did see guy. Do you teach? I don't teach Chinese. No, not at all. So is C correct? Is it possible to tell the timing? Long doesn't mean that is it doesn't mean that it's showing the timing. Okay, so everybody, they didn't tell us the time. Okay, so I don't know. It's not possible to tell. Okay, not shown. They never say that these diagram shows you the time. Okay, this is not PSLE paper. This is P4. Hello, everybody. Read the header. P4 science revision. Okay, so everybody, based on this, is none of the above. The answer is supposed to be number 4. Line is longer doesn't mean that it is something to do with time. Who knows line longer means the organism is longer. You wouldn't know, right? So you cannot anyhow assume that it is the time. Okay, everyone, okay? Everyone, okay? I'm gonna move on. Who knows? The young is very long. It must grow very long to become an adult. You don't know also, right? So yeah, the arrow doesn't tell us anything. Okay. So I'm gonna move on. Yes, it's just the way they drew it, right? Okay, everyone, okay? Any questions for this? Congratulations if you finish your PSLE. Oh, you're learning P4 for your P5 exam next week? No problem. If you all know the answer, you all can tell me, okay? Where is the fake? I don't know where's the fake version of me. Maybe PSLE over, then never join already. Okay, so let's move on to question 3. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday. Hello. Okay, so let's look at this one. Okay, Ken? Everyone okay? Okay, okay. So for this one, I give you all some time to look at this. Okay, so what happened here is they said four metal blocks were heated to a temperature, okay, of what? Of 80 degrees Celsius, right? So they said that each block was dropped into a beaker of water. So if it's dropped into a beaker of water, what happened is that, okay, the beaker contained different amount of water at different temperature as shown below. All right, so what happens? Which beaker will water shows the largest? But you have to read the question very carefully, everybody. Read this one carefully. Largest increase in temperature. Largest increase in temperature. Okay? Can? Okay, so for this, okay, so largest increase in temperature means what? Largest increase in temperature means that there would be a huge difference. Okay, so for this, what happened is that, okay, largest increase in temperature means that the temperature would increase the most. Temperature increase the most. Okay, so for temperature to increase the most, can y'all tell me? Okay, you tell me. Okay, y'all think first. Everybody, please remember that when it comes to the topic on heat, right, there are two factors that affect the amount of heat. One of it is the amount of water, the volume. Volume and temperature actually affects the amount of heat. Okay, in that matter. Okay, if it's about the water, it affects the amount of heat of the water. If it's an object, it affects the amount of heat of an object. Okay, so based on this, if I want the largest increase in temperature, means what? Okay, means I want to start with the least amount of heat. If I have the least amount of heat, okay, all right, I drop a metal block that is hot, 80 degrees Celsius, I put it inside, then the temperature will increase very fast. Okay, so you think carefully. Okay, you must think first. Firstly, yes, increase the most, right? So you must think first. Okay, everybody, if which one do you think is easier to heat up? Increase, if we will show the largest increase in temperature, right, means it is the easiest to heat up. Okay, firstly, let's focus on one thing at a time. Okay, let's focus on amount of water first, the volume. Okay, everybody, if I have two volume, right? If you look carefully here, I have two different volume, 100 ml and 50 ml, correct? Which one do you think is easier to heat up? The one with lesser water or the one with more water is easier to heat up? I've seen a lot of answers already. Hey, those of you who are not P4, I know you all know the answer. I need to explain more for the P4s. Which one? Which one easier to heat up? Like you're boiling water, right? The one with lesser water, oh, will boil faster, correct? Why boil faster? Because the temperature increase faster. Very good. So you all got the idea there. So basically, to have the largest increase, easiest to heat up, okay, I have to look for the one that have the least water. Okay, so which one have the least water? Okay, least water is beaker B and D, not C, not A. Okay? Okay, secondly, okay, I'm adding something hot. These blocks are the hot things, okay? That's gonna heat up the water. The blocks are like the fire. Okay, these blocks are gonna heat up the water. So now I'm left with beaker B and beaker D, right? Okay, then you all tell me, you all just look at the temperature. The water in beaker B is 20 degrees Celsius. Beaker D is 80 degrees Celsius. If the block is 80, everybody, if for this, if the block that I throw in is 80 degrees, do you think beaker D's water will become hotter if beaker D's water is already 80? Everybody, because D water is already 80. Do you think the temperature would increase some more when I put a block that's 80 degrees? What do you think? Yes or no? No, right? It's the same temperature. It's not going to increase anymore. So everybody, this one, okay, 80 same as the block. Okay, I'm gonna write down, okay? Same as the block. So it will not increase. Okay, same as the block will not increase. So these wouldn't increase at all. My answer is supposed to be number 2. Okay, the only one left is number 2 because if we start from 20, I throw in 80 is going to increase until maybe 60 or 70 even. Okay, Ken? So the answer is supposed to be number 2. Okay, everyone, okay? What is this topic? This topic is about heat. Heat and temperature, P4 topic, heat and temperature. Okay? Okay, everyone clear for this one? Hello. Hey, yo, you how? You are not P4, right? You say yeah. But most of you, thank you for all your answers. Yes. Okay? Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, so over here, let's look at question 4. Oh, yes. I do have. Oh, you is Sec 2, what are you watching? Okay, everyone, okay? So let's look at this one. Let's look at question 4. Okay, over here, it says that one night, Alan was walking from point A to point C. Okay, passing a lamp post at point B as shown in the diagram below. So they said that the only light source nearby was the lamppost, which one of the graphs shows how the length of Alan's shadows changed when he moved from A to C. Okay, the most important thing that you need to find out here, you need to remember, is that you need to understand the concept. Huh? If the person is standing directly below your light source, can you tell me the shadow? Yes, this question is very common, right? The shadow will be long or short? Very good. The shortest. Okay, must remember it will be the shortest one. Good. Why? Because right, if the person is standing right here, okay, only the top part of his body is going to block light. Only the head and the shoulders is going to block light. Okay, when light shines down. Okay, so then it's going to have a shorter shadow, something like that. Okay, Ken? So B would have the shortest shadow. Okay, but what about A and C? A's and C's shadow, yes, the shadow is directly below the person also. Okay, so then it's only this part of the person is going to block the light, right? But at A and C, okay, what happens is that light is shining on the person in this direction, right? So the whole body of this person is blocking light. So the shadow will be longer, will be the person's body, the entire body is longer, right? So the shadow would also be longer. Okay, so for A and C, you will have a longer shadow. Okay, Ken? Everyone okay? Okay, Ken? All right, so everybody, when do I finish live? 8 p.m. Okay, so which graph, everybody? I show you all the graph. What do you think is the answer? Which graph shows me that B is the shortest, A and C has a longer shadow? Okay, a lot of you say there is 3. Okay, very good. I see a lot of you spam 3. Okay, yes, the answer is yes, supposed to be number 3. Okay, Ken? Everyone okay? Okay, Ken? All right, so for number 1, number 1 cannot because A is too short. Number 2 cannot, C is too short. And number 4 is actually the opposite. Okay, B is not supposed to be so long. All right, everyone okay? That is number 3. Very good. Okay, good. All right. That so happy at y'all. Hey. Okay, any questions for this? Any questions? Yeah. Hey, some of you I know you are not. Are not P4s. Ah. Hey, yes. Yes. All the best for hopefully you score well for your PSLE. Okay, let's move on to question 5. Okay? Yes. Okay, for question 5, let's look at this question, okay? Y'all can just tell me the answer for A. A is very straightforward, not much explanation needed. So if you know the answer, you can send in through the chat. The diagram below shows a bag of potato chips, and you're supposed to tell me two states of matter that is found inside the bag. You want to eat that? You have to buy the real thing and eat again. Don't eat the paper. Okay, most of you said gas and solid. Yes. Okay, very good. So most of you, yes, those of you who said gas and solid, you got it correct. Okay, the two things that are found inside the bag is actually the chips, which is a solid, plus air. Okay, which is the gaseous state. But do not write chips and air in your answer. They say states. States is either solid, liquid, or gas. Okay, or gaseous if you want to put gaseous. But for gaseous, you have to write the word. You have to use the word state right beside it. Okay, gas and solid. Okay, if you want to put gaseous, you have to write gaseous state. Okay, okay. The crumbs, yes, the crumbs are also solid. The crumbs of the chips. Okay, all right, everyone. Okay. Yes, very good. Okay, my name. Oh, I'm teacher Jody. Hi. Okay, let us move on. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to B. Hi. Mine is Jody. Okay. Okay. So for this, can anyone tell me if you know the answer? You can let me know. The mass of the bag of potato chips is 150 grams. Will the mass of the potato chips be? Read the question properly. Okay. The mass. I want the potato chips only. Yeah, not the whole bag. Only potato chips. Would it be greater than, equal to, or less than 150 grams? Okay, a lot of you said less. Why do say I see there was someone say greater? Secondary school. Those of you in secondary school, you're watching people things. Yes, it should be less, right? Because the bag of potato chips, these 150 grams, everybody, okay, consists of a few things, right? Consists of the bag. Okay, let me write down the notes, okay? This 150 gram is the bag plus the chips plus the air inside of the bag. Okay, so if I only want the potato chips, okay, and everything, the total, you all learn math, right? This is the total. Everything is 150 grams. The thing, if I only want one part of it, it will be lesser than 150 grams. Okay, so the answer is less than 150 grams. All right, Ken? Yes, very good. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, but we need to explain our answer. We don't say negligible. Okay, don't say that. There's still some mess. Okay, so everyone, let's do. But we don't say that it's negligible. We don't really say that it's negligible. Okay, so everybody explain. Okay, so we Okay, so explain the answer in B, right? So when you explain, remember for AGrader, we teach 2 or 3 steps answering technique. Okay, and if this is not an experiment, we just use a 2-step answering technique. Okay, so 2 steps. You need to firstly describe. Describe what is this 150 grams. You must say that it is the total. okay, which includes the air and the chips and the bag. Okay, can? All right. So then your science concept, okay, you must explain why with the potato chips only, it will be less. Talk about the property of air. Okay, so you must say that air has mass, air and bag has mass. All right. So when both of them has mass, they when I remove them, there will be less mass. So the chips will be less than 150 grams. Okay, very good. If you never mention the bag, is still fine, but you must mention the air. Why you must mention the air? Because part A, based on part A, you should roughly know what they want you to focus on: gas and solid, the chips and the air. Okay, so this A is actually hinting to you what your answer should be for B and C. Okay, can? All right, A actually gives you hints. Okay, so for this, all right, we need to say that, talk about the total mass first. Oh, never, no, never mention bag is still fine, because A, based on A, they only want you to focus on two things: the chips and the air. Okay, so it's fine if you never mention bag. Okay, so you need to say as the total mass of air and chips is 150 grams. The potato chips has a mass of less than 150 grams as air has mass. Okay? Oh, don't, bag is not compulsory. I already mentioned just now user. Why is not compulsory? Because A already give you a hint on what they expect you to put inside the bag: chips and air. Okay, can? This is not seg 1. I'm very sure you wish seg 1 is so easy also. Okay, I'm going to highlight the key things. Okay, so total mass, 150 grams. So potato chips is definitely less than 150 because air has mass. This is the basic that you have to write. If you add in the bag, it's fine as well. You won't get wrong. But the bag is optional. Okay, again? Take down what? Take down what, Emily? Take down like the answers and everything. Yeah, you can go ahead. Ionic bonding, excuse me. Hello, that is secondary school. You no need help in covalent bonding, only ionic bonding. Everyone okay? Ionic bonding is between metals. There must be metals involved. Okay, that's all I can say. Okay, let's move on. Okay. Okay. I cannot teach. I cannot be teaching you secondary school stuff here. Is this life is for primary 4 science? Okay, everyone got any questions? Oh, wait, is it? Emily, try to copy a little bit faster because this is a TikTok live. So I cannot wait for everyone. So if ever you missed anything or you need to look at anything, you can watch our recorded videos which will be uploaded. Okay, this is recorded, so don't worry. Okay, can? Okay, I'm gonna move on. Okay, let's look at this. Everybody, this is one of the easy parts, easy questions for P4. Okay, the diagram below shows the human digestive system. Observe the diagram above and name the parts of the digestive system represented by letters P and Q. Can you all send in your answers to me? This one I wait for you all to send in your answers. This one is very straightforward. Okay, a lot of you said that P is the gullet. Okay, and what about Q? Well, okay, very good. Okay, a lot of you. Okay, the rest of you said Q is the stomach. Very good. I teach at North Point. And I will be teaching next year P5 online class. Okay, can? But online class is like on Zoom lah. Okay. Okay, let's look at question 6. A. Most of you got it correct. Yes, a lot of you got it correct. Very good. Okay, so always remember that P is actually the gullet, Q is the stomach, Okay, can anyone tell me about R and S as well? Esophagus, yes, esophagus, but esophagus is a secondary school term, not a primary school term, okay? Primary school, gullet is good enough, okay? And Q is the stomach. Small intestine is which one, R or S? You all look carefully, everybody. Let me zoom in, okay? Look at the line. In exams, please look at the line very carefully, and you can see that the line for R is touching what thing? Yes, it's touching the small intestine. S is touching the thicker intestine. Okay, Ken? All right, so R is actually our small intestine. Very good. While S is our large intestine. Okay, Ken, everybody? Very good. All of you, quite a number of you still remember your science concepts. Okay, especially some of those of you who are in P6, if you forget this, I don't know what to say already. Okay, let's look at B. Okay, so B, what is the function of part S? Function. Are you serious? Use esophagus, pancreas. Pancreas will be located. Why were you asking about pancreas? Pancreas will be located somewhere here, but it's not tested in PSLE. So the one is secondary school things. Okay. Esophagus, it would be a good answer, but that is for secondary school. We don't expect MOE don't expect primary school kids to be able to spell esophagus. Gullet is good enough. Okay, so anyone can tell me what's the function of part S? Mm, okay, a lot of you mentioned absorption of this. This one, this is picked from different school papers, different questions. Okay. Part S, large intestine, right? You have to remember, large intestine have one function, which is absorption. Okay, it absorbs things. Okay, and it doesn't absorb digested food. Digested absorption of digested food is for small intestine. Okay, large intestine absorbs water and minerals from what kind of food? You must be very specific from what kind of food. Is it digested food? It doesn't absorb undigested food. If it absorbs undigested food is your poop, okay? It's your waste. If I'm very sure you don't want your waste or your poop to be in your blood because after you absorb, you go into your blood. Okay, can like yeah, I don't think you want your blood to stink. Okay, so yes, okay, it absorbs water and minerals from the undigested food. Please take note, it does not absorb undigested food. That's totally wrong. Your undigested food will eventually go to your rectum and then your anus, and then it will be excreted out as waste. Okay, so I'm going to move on. So for S, please remember it absorbs water and minerals. Electrolytes are is a secondary school term, so I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna overcomplicate things, okay? So I'm gonna teach things that are only required for PSLE, not some of them will get confused. Okay, as well access water and minerals from undigested food. Okay? Take note, you must be very, very careful. It must be undigested, not digested food. If you write digested food, you will lose marks straight away. Okay? And it absorbs water and minerals. Very important. The water is the most important one. Can I learn heat? What do you mean? I taught heat earlier already. Well, I think one of the questions have heat. So if you missed anything, you should watch the recording again. Ending the stream at 8, about 8. Very good. A lot of you who said exhaust water from undigested food is good enough. Okay, but it's best to write water and minerals. Digested food go to the bloodstream, yes, but it enters the bloodstream at your small intestine, not your large intestine. Okay, Ken? Okay, so let's look at C. Okay, C. So which parts will your digestive juices be produced? Okay, so just take note. Okay, if there is a digestive juices there, okay, means what will happen? What should happen? The recorded content will be uploaded, I think, in YouTube. Yeah, so you can actually follow AGrader website. They will have a link there's something that you can click, okay, to view like past weeks TikTok, and then you can watch the recordings from there. So you have to go to the AGrader website. Just search on Google AGrader, and you should be able to find it. Okay. A lot of you say Q and R. Okay, very good. And can 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 anyone tell me if there is digestive juices means what will happen at that part of your system, of your digestive system? Any idea? Okay, if there is digestive juices means that yes, digestion can occur. So just remember, where can digestion occur? Digestion can occur in your stomach, okay, and your small intestine, and also your mouth. But since mouth is not labeled, is not part of your PQRS, then no choice. You don't have to choose that. Okay, so it is part Q and R. That is where you will find that is where you will find your digestive juices. All right, so everyone, okay? PSLE is over for most of the students unless they have higher mother tongue. Okay, I'm gonna move on, everyone. Okay, any questions for this? Open and close circuit is so hard. It depends. You just need to memorize your keywords when it comes to open-ended questions for electrical systems. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to our Kahoot. Are you all ready for Kahoot? Oh, you wait. Okay, wait means what? Okay, then I'll wait. Wait means what? You all copying, is it? Okay. Are you a capybara? You're definitely not P4. So you. Done? Okay? Okay, hold on, because I think someone is copying. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna... Okay, let me take a look, okay? Let me go and... Hold on, Let me start the Kahoot first. So, okay, but let me explain how this Kahoot works, okay? So, everybody... Okay, hold on, let me show you the giveaway instructions. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start the Kahoot, but before that, please know the instructions, okay? So everybody, okay, you're supposed to join your Kahoot with your name. And if you are the top 3 winners after I conducted the Kahoot, please take a screenshot. Okay, I'm not gonna take the screenshot for you because okay, so you're play Kahoot before, right? So after the Kahoot, they'll tell you what placing you are. You first place, second place, third place, etc. Okay, so just take a screenshot. All right, and then after that, you can actually DM. Okay, send a direct message. DM me direct message. TikTok, AGrader's TikTok, which is the handle is above at AGrader LC. Okay, or you can send it to the phone number above there as well. So you all can take a screenshot now of the information, okay, of the instructions. You can take a screenshot of the instructions now. Okay, before later, if not later you tell me you forget. Okay? By right, we don't know who is P4, P5, and P6 lah. So yeah. Really cannot control who joins. So y'all, if you want to join, y'all can go ahead and join, okay? Everyone again, can? Okay? So okay, and before that, all right, I just want to let you all know that, just to update you all again, okay, we are conducting webinars for P4 and P5 in October 13 to 15 October for during the PSLE marking days. Okay, so it's an online class, all right, which you all can join to prepare yourself for your end of year exams. All right, and also let you all know before I start the Kahoot. Okay, we actually do have online classes. Okay, P6 already stopped. So we still have P5 ongoing. Okay, and next year, P5 as well. Okay, can online classes. I'll be teaching P5 online class next year. That means this year P4, next year P5 students. I'll be teaching online classes. Okay, can? All right. So everybody, I'm going to start the Kahoot. I'm gonna show you the instructions first. Okay, while I share my screen. Okay. Why you ask this kind of question? Because I'm A-grader teacher, so I have to do it. So funny. Okay, give me a moment. Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen. You all can't wait for the Kahoot, right? Wait. I'm still sharing my screen. Give me a moment. Hold on. It's loading, okay? So give me a moment. Hey, some of you are, those of you who are P4, okay? You're, don't try to cheat the, don't try to cheat the P4, eh? Yeah, because it's loading quite slowly. Okay. Okay. Hold on, it's connecting quite slowly. So sorry about this. Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna launch now and I'm gonna share my screen. I hope that y'all can see, okay? Oh, hold on. You see it's loading. Still loading. Give me a moment. Okay. Okay, wait. I turn over I I put down the instructions for the giveaway. Yeah, it's okay. You all can join. You all can see, right? Okay, I'm gonna put in the pin number through the in the chat. So you all can join through the pin. Okay. This is the game pin. Yeah. You all can join the game pin. Wow. So many people. Okay, I'll wait for a while more and then I'm gonna start, okay? Okay, those of you who are P4, y'all don't be sad, okay? Because I don't know, some of them might not be P4s. Those of them who join. So just play for fun, okay? I cannot wait for everyone. Y'all all say wait. Okay, I'm gonna count down, okay? Oh, that's a bit sus, huh? Okay, I'm gonna count down. Okay, five, four, three, two, one. Hey, Sigma Capybara, why you join? Okay, all the best. Those of you who are okay, those of you who don't know what is the pin, is over there in the chat. Hey, Oh, so many of you got it correct. Yes, fantastic. Because the one inside of one has air, food, and water for the grasshopper to survive. Very good. Hey, you all, this is P. You all this do all some of you not P4 but join the P4 Kahoot. Okay, it's okay. This is P4. Yes, everybody. Hey, why got people put respiratory? There's these are all your heart, your and your vessels. No respiratory system here. Oh, multi-select. Okay, you have to choose. Yeah, you have to choose more than one. Not a matter. Not not a matter. I'm sure you can do well. Skies are blue. You just need to revise your concepts again. Okay. If you can get full marks for MCQ, you should be safe already. Okay, in your exams. Yes, very good. Light and noise are not matters. Very good. Okay. Oh, capybara high. Okay. Okay. Fastest. Which one will melt first? Arrange it at the top. Drag. First, the one that melts first, put at the top. Then one that melts second, put the next one. Melt third, put the next one. Melt fourth, put the yeah. Okay, can put at the bottom. Look at where the heat source is. I give you a very big clue already, everybody. Wow! Everybody, the one that is gonna melt the first will be wax D because it's closest to the heat source. Followed by wax A. Wax A is the second closest to the heat source. Then C, and then B is the furthest away. B will be the one that melts the last, melts the slowest. Okay, yeah, you can join. But the pin is okay. Hold on, you can join halfway if you want. Okay, the pin is, let me type the pin down for you again. Okay. Oh, you joined the pin already? You saw the pin already? Okay, good, good. Okay, can? This is P4. Hey, why you all keep asking what level is this? Okay. Yes, jellyfish is not man-made. Okay. It is found underwater, so it's supposed to be sea. Okay. This is a P4 question of matters. Yes, more air can still be pumped into an object when it's already filled with air because air has no definite volume. It can be compressed. Okay? True or false? Capybara, oh no. Okay, it's false. Why is it false? It's because copper is a non-magnetic material. Copper is non-magnetic. It will not attract. A magnet will not attract copper. Okay, so please This is a common error made by students. Be careful, okay? Okay, last question. You can choose more than one. This one is difficult, okay? The metal block is 2 degrees Celsius. The water is 30 degrees Celsius. What can happen? You have to choose three. They say which three of the following can occur. Okay, everybody, please remember. Okay, the metal block is the colder region. The water is the hotter region. The metal block will gain heat. That's why the orange one is correct. Okay, the water will lose heat. Okay, the purple one is correct. The temperature of the water will decrease. Okay, okay. All right. So, oh, no more already. This is the last question. Okay. Remember top three, please take a screenshot. Okay, Jeanette, followed by who is this? Ian. Who is I? Okay, never mind. Just take a screenshot. Okay, just take a screenshot. Okay, and please same thing. This one. Not this one. Yeah. Let me show you the instructions. Okay. Please send your screenshot with your results to AGrader, send a DM or to the number given provided there. How to restart? Restart for what? Cannot restart already. Restart, you also won't get any gifts. Cannot restart. Not if not the person you all anyhow screenshot then send to AGrader, then we don't know who is actually the first, second, third, the real first, second, third. So cannot restart. Okay, can next. Yeah, next week there will be another live, but it's not for science. Okay, so you all look out for which subject is having live next week. Okay, through the AGrader website. Okay, can. Okay, so if y'all have nothing else, okay, I'm gonna end the live. Oh, English. I cannot teach English. I don't teach English. Okay. Okay. See y'all. Enjoy your Children's Day also. Okay. I know this week is Children's Day. So a happy early Children's Day, everybody. Okay. Bye bye. Bye. Okay, can I end the live, okay? Okay, bye bye. You too. Have a good night rest. You too, Yu Hao.